Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to answer the question, what if Superman was born in the Dragon Ball Z world? We're going to take it all the way back to OG Dragon Ball, with Krypton just being another planet under Frieza's rule. And the Kryptonians are actually responsible for supplying the Frieza Force with their technology. Frieza learns of rumors of a Super Saiyan and a Superman rising, so he decides to destroy the entirety of Krypton and planet Vegeta. Bardock, upon suspecting Frieza, decides to send his young child Kakarot to the planet Earth. Unbeknownst to the Saiyan warrior, Krypton's head scientist Jor-El also decides to send his child Kal-El to Earth. The two infant space pods end up following the same track to Earth and land together, where they are both found by Grandpa Gohan. Retrieving the two infants from the space pods, he brings them home, adopting them as his own. Now Kal-El is named Kal-El because when Grandpa Gohan opens his space pod, he receives a message from Jor-El, which says, "This is the pod of Kal-El, the last son of Krypton." Now Kakarot is named Goku because he still hits his head in this scenario and forgets all of his Saiyan heritage. The two boys are raised as martial artists, but when Goku goes Great Ape one night, Kal-El is actually able to save Grandpa Gohan from being stomped. Now time progresses as normal, and when the two boys meet Bulma, they are excited to introduce her to Grandpa Gohan. When she tells them about the Dragon Balls and how she's hunting them, the two boys are eager to join her. And with Grandpa Gohan's blessings, the three begin their journey. Now Kal-El is a little bit stronger than Goku, but with the two of them sparring non-stop, they are both way stronger than Canon Kid Goku at this point. Now the adventures of OG Dragon Ball go largely the same, and yes, Kal-El can ride the Nimbus Cloud. He is pure of heart. So skipping a little bit forward, when the boys go to Master Roshi's for training, Krillin is much further behind, so he has to work even harder. And when the first tournament comes around, this time Goku and Kal-El face off. The two boys have a hard-fought fight, but it is Kal-El who comes out on top. But when it comes time to face Master Roshi, aka Jackie Chun, Kal-El is defeated. With the boys being as strong as they are, it forced Master Roshi to get back to his own training, so he scaled up with them. So now with Goku having two people above him in strength, he wants to go hunt for the 4-star Dragon Ball to return back to Grandpa Gohan. And Master Roshi and Grandpa Gohan agree that hunting the Dragon Balls will be the best kind of training Goku can go under right now. However, Kal-El's curiosity begins to grow. Why is he so strong? Why is he different than everybody else? So this is when Grandpa Gohan tells Kal-El of his origin, showing him the space pod that brought him to Earth. Kal-El is stunned, but there's some weird green rocks by the ship, and he suddenly begins to feel very weak. The young boy collapses to the ground, and Gohan quickly realizes what's happening and moves the rocks away. Kal's strength begins to return, and he enters the space pod. The pod begins to react to Kal-El as it spits out a white crystal with an S on it. Kal instinctively grabs it, and the ship takes off, flying towards the north. And when it lands in the middle of the icy continent, he throws the crystal. Suddenly, the Fortress of Solitude forms, and Kal steps inside. And this is where he spends most of his time, learning about his Kryptonian heritage and learning about the Frieza Force as well as the Saiyans. And upon learning about the Saiyans and their abilities, Kal realizes that Goku is a Saiyan. Kal listens on as his father tells him that his power level on Earth will become unfathomable, that the Kryptonian species thrive under the power of a yellow sun. And with Frieza fearing this, he destroyed their planet's yellow sun, leaving it red and barren, before ultimately deciding to destroy the planet altogether. Now the story of Dragon Ball progresses largely the same because Kal is not influencing events, but when it comes to the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, he informs his brother Goku of what he's learned. And with Kal spending most of his time at the fortress learning history, Goku's training has actually bridged the gap between them. As fate would have it, the two boys get matched up again, and this time Goku has the upper hand. However, Kal shows off some of the Kryptonian abilities he's learned from Jor-El, shooting beams out of his eyes and having breath that almost freezes Goku. But Goku counters all these attacks with a Kamehameha, and Kal actually gets sent flying out of the ring. And everyone gets shocked when Kal starts floating back. And he hasn't mastered flight yet, so while showing off to everybody, he actually loses his grip and falls out the ring, being eliminated. And with the exhaustion of fighting Cal, when Tien and Goku face off, Tien actually wins. Goku still manages to push Tien to his absolute limits. And after the tournament wraps up, Goku, Cal, Roshi, and Gohan speak to Tien and Chaozu, softening their hearts. The Sun family catches up before Cal tells his brother Goku and his father Gohan that he thinks he needs to go see their home planets for himself. He says he needs to finish his training with his father to master his Kryptonian abilities before returning home. And with Cal flying off to space, this allows for the rest of Dragon Ball to play out exactly the same as canon. Tien gets redeemed, Goku faces off against the Demon King, he trains with Korin, Master Popo, and eventually Kami himself. And after the defeat of Piccolo Jr. during the 5-year time skip between Dragon Ball and Z, Kal-El returns home, telling Goku and Grandpa Gohan that their planets were reduced to dust. There was nothing there. He also said in his travels he's learned a lot more about the Frieza Force. He even tells them how he liberated a planet ruled by them. The planet was called Yardrat, and this is where he learned of rumors that there might be more Saiyans around. Cal moves back in and lives with Grandpa Gohan. Him, Goku, and Kid Gohan train together all the time. So when the time comes for the reunion at Kame House, Goku and Cal's power levels are exploding through the roof. It's weird though, Cal doesn't seem to rely on ki, and his stamina never runs out. He also kinda doesn't even feel Goku's attacks, even when Goku's at full force. At Kame House, everyone is happy to see Cal again, as well as Goku and Mini Gohan. They're all having a good time when they sense a big power level approaching. Raditz arrives, and he's stunned at Kakarot's power level. It's nearly equal to his. He then scans Cal's power, and it doesn't seem like anything special. He then tells Goku that he needs him to join him, and his fellow Saiyans, that there's a planet that needs conquering and it requires assistance. Cal steps in and asks Raditz, why would you conquer planets for Frieza when he destroyed planet Vegeta? Raditz is confused, asking who this person is and how he knows so much. Cal says his name and announces that he's the last son of Krypton, whose planet was also destroyed by Frieza. Now while Raditz is shocked to see a living, breathing Kryptonian, he doesn't really care. He just knows that Vegeta ordered him to retrieve Kakarot, and that it doesn't matter that Cal might be the last Kryptonian, he's simply in his way. Goku says he's never gonna go with Raditz, and he assumes a fighting position, to which Raditz smirks at. The two blood brothers begin their match, and Raditz once again is stunned at Goku's power level. How could this low-level warrior match him? Goku's power continues to rise, and he eventually defeats and almost kills Raditz with a full-powered Kamehameha. And the two Saiyan siblings collapse on Roshi's island, but the threat isn't over just yet. Gohan runs over to his dad, whose power level is so low they think he's dead. Gohan begins to weep, but Krillin tells him that they can just wish him back with the Dragon Balls. Over Raditz's scouter, Vegeta and Nappa hear about these wish orbs and decide to come to Earth. It'll take them around a year. Goku gets up coughing, he's alive, but barely, and this is when Piccolo steps in, calling everyone idiots for missing what Raditz's scouter just said. He just heard two distinct voices saying they're gonna come to Earth within a year. Bulma picks up the scouter and realizes it's a two-way communicator. She warns Vegeta that they'll defeat them like they did Raditz. And the Saiyan Prince begins to laugh as he brags about his power level versus Raditz. He even tells them to kill Raditz, that they'd be doing him a favor, getting rid of the dead weight. The Z Fighters are terrified. They only have 1 year to get as powerful as they can to defeat this Saiyan threat. Cal grabs both Goku and Raditz and flies over to Korin's place, where Goku is given a Senzu Bean. Fully healed, he looks at Raditz, barely conscious, who begs Kakarot to kill him, that he's a failure. That Vegeta was right, he's dead weight. Goku tells him no, saying that if he really is his brother, then he can't, no matter how evil he is. Kal-El steps up and tells him that they are not his enemies, that the real enemy is Frieza, and that they should be working together to defeat him. Raditz says that they'll never be able to defeat Frieza, no matter how much they want, that he is the supreme power of this universe before passing out. And this is where we're going to end part 1. But how strong do you think Kal-El and Goku will get before Vegeta and Nappa get there? And what do you guys think Raditz is going to do? Is he going to stay evil or is he going to join his brother? Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Peace. If you guys are still here, please let me know if there's any way you'd like me to improve these what ifs, whether it be through the editing, through the music. Hopefully these changes will be implemented in the next what if series. And since we're sticking around, this is the tease. What if Kratos entered the Dragon Ball Z world? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget to follow. Peace.